peeps! We are coming at you with another movie review video. Last time we did one was in February for our 2014 likes and dislikes. So we figured, you know what, there was some really good summer blockbusters this year, some really big ones too, and some reboots. And we figured, you know what, we wanted to make a movie review for all of our summer movies that came out.
Viewer discretion is advised. These are solely our opinions. If you disagree, that's great. Just, you know, when you're commenting, just use nice words and small words.
Let's keep it friendly.
Preferably. So again, just before we start, these movies are in no particular order. They're just kind of meshed together. So first up, we're going to start out with Inside Out. Got some cool swag, y'all. Swag. Inside Out. It was one of the movies I was looking forward to this year, and it definitely did not disappoint. It was smart, creative. It's a simple word, but it's the best word I can come up with. It was smart. It made smart choices. You know, it was a good concept, but it could have derailed so fast. But luckily, with the hands of Pixar, they made it amazing. I wish we saw more of everybody else's minds. I did hear somewhere on the internet that there is a Pixar short, I don't know if it's a Pixar short, but it's a short called Riley's First Date. So if that is true, I am definitely looking forward to it because it'll be amazing.
So this next review is going to be a kind of a conjoined review between Kaylee and I. It's a movie that her and I hold near and dear to our hearts. Pitch Perfect 2. We saw the first one together, we kind of bonded over it.
But let's be real here. The soundtrack was amazing. When I went to my trip to Orlando, that is all I listened to while I was there. My only real complaint with the movie is just it followed the first one to a T plot-wise. Kind of the same events happened. It bothered me a little bit, but didn't destroy it from the overall experience. I still really liked it.
I agree with everything that Kaylee said. I really thought the humor was still strong, still really entertaining. Big props to Elizabeth Banks, female director for this movie, comedic director as well too. I think Elizabeth Banks is super duper funny, and I think she did a really good job keeping strong with the humor and the character connections of this movie. Do I think it's better than the first one? No, I still think the first one's my favorite out of the two, but Pitch Perfect 2 would definitely be one I would watch again.
Next one on our list is AntMan. Now this was the big Marvel movie this summer. Meh? I mean, I enjoy it. The Marvel has pretty much, I wouldn't say perfected the superhero movies, but they pretty much have it like secured and locked. They have a great mix of humor and action, and some serious tones mixed in with it. They're just really good at that formula. However, it's the same formula. I mean, the problem is, I walked out of Ant-Man not wanting to know any more about Ant-Man. When I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, all the other Marvel movies, I walked out being like, yeah, I want to know more about these characters. This one, not so much. I mean, if they're going to use that same Marvel formula to every movie, they have to change it up somehow. But overall, not a bad summer movie, but just maybe not my top.
So number 4 is Jurassic World. I thought Jurassic World was extremely entertaining. It really brought me back to when I was a kid when I saw the first one for the first time. There were a few things in the movie that, you know, I thought weren't really all that necessary, but they really didn't take me out of the movie. I was still really excited, really entertained. It kept me on the edge of my seat through the whole thing. Really spared no expense.
I see what you did there. I couldn't agree more with Kendra. There was just like some hiccups. I mean, one of them being the most indestructible high heels I have ever seen, but just enough to kick Avengers out of the box office. And just as another example, just the random, you know, our parents are getting divorced. I don't know how that really kind of helped the flow of the story or why it was even important to begin with. But honestly, apart from all those little minor things, it didn't pull away from the sense of adventure that movie had. Honestly, I think it was my favorite movie of the whole summer. It was just amazing, jaw-dropping, lots of thrills and chills. It kind of just made me want to go back to Universal, to go back to the Jurassic Park. So next up is Pixels. I'm not sure how many of you went to go see this blockbuster. Yeah, it wasn't very good, but honestly, I actually kind of enjoyed it. I thought there still was some pretty humorous moments. I don't know though. I can see its flaws, but I really enjoyed it from point A to point B, and really that's all that matters.
So number 6 is Terminator Genisys. I was really excited for Terminator Genisys. I'm a really big fan of the original Terminator movies. I'm also a really huge Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. I thought it was really neat that they reenacted the whole beginning scene from the first Terminator 2. I was pretty entertained by it. It wasn't my favorite of the 3 reboots this summer. I definitely think I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much if Arnold wasn't in it, and I really enjoyed his one-liners. I thought they were super funny throughout the whole thing.
I agree with Kendra. I really like the beginning sequence, how they recreated, I mean, they brought Arnold back, but even like the whole scene in the department store, very nostalgic, but it was cool to see kind of the differences from now the new timeline versus what we know. I really enjoyed all the action. It was a very action-packed movie. Even though, yeah, with the whole time travel, different timelines, there were some plot holes. I was able to forgive most of them. There were a couple that still kind of make me scratch my head. But overall, I think it was a good, action-y packed movie.
So last but not least on our movie review list is Mad Max Fury Road. I really think they did an awesome job with the new one. It was definitely one that I went and saw more than once. Like 5 times. They really kept true to the original franchise. They kept the same director, which was awesome. I thought it was also really cool that they kept the same villain, even though he didn't play the same character. The actor who played the villain from the first Mad Max played the villain in the new Mad Max, and I thought that was kind of neat too. But yeah, who couldn't love Mad Max?
Alright, and as our honorable mention, we did not just forget about this movie, I swear. Maybe we did. Avengers Age of Ultron. But yeah, tell us what you think. Remember, like, subscribe, do all those fun things. Interact on our Facebook page, our Twitter page, YouTube, obviously. Because we want to know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But until next time, see you later, cinema peeps. Bye!